How do you guys define a hero?
Yeah.
Because I admittedly struggled a little bit with like, I don't know if these guys are going to think this person's a hero.
I got I don't want to say I got confused.
I'll spoil one right now. Okay.
Oh.
Law-abiding citizen.
Okay.
Well, there's no heroes in that movie.
There's no heroes.
Right.
But if you consider either of them a hero, they're both highly disrespectful in their own way.
Also, the first one I wrote down, realizing I'm too soon, was the hero from my latest pick that we recorded. That was the first name I wrote down. Like, oh shit, that's not out in time.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because I ran into this where I said, oh, clearly so-and-so. Then I said, wait a second. Didn't I pick that as one of my respectful villains?
Well,
and I had to double. Someone can be both a respectful villain and a disrespectful hero in the same movie.
I mean, we've had some dynamic writing in some of these movies, so I wouldn't put it past us.
We have, man. It was, but even after I kind of filtered all that out, it's a tough list to cut down, man. It was a tough list to cut down.
Yeah, I've got, I don't know, probably 25, 30. But even some of them, I wasn't sure if I could justify that they were the hero. So they didn't make the ultimate list, but they got written down.
If the movie thinks they're the hero, right?
Some of these movies, I don't know what they think.
Right. Sometimes it's pretty clear who's supposed to be the hero.
I'll spoil one. I'll spoil one that I did not make my list, but I wrote him down. Is John Gotti a hero? In the eyes of that movie?
It definitely was written down. Definitely was written down.
I said no. I would say no for that one.
I don't know.
But it is kind of glorifying his life. Yeah. I don't know.
Movie Pass thought he was.
Does Gotti qualify as an anti-hero?
I mean,
I don't like the idea of an anti-hero. I gotta be honest.
In terms of the opposite of a hero, yes, he is the opposite of a hero.
But he's not a villain.
I'm a traditionalist in that I don't have any like non-binary when it comes to heroes or villains. I got heroes and I got villains. That's what I believe there should be a hard line on both of those.
Okay.
This isn't sexuality. This isn't
You're
like
either
this
born
is
a villain or born a hero.
Yes, correct.
You don't get to live long enough to go through the
transition. Stupid ass. Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility and verbs.
You didn't hear what I said. I said you don't live long enough to have the transition surgery.
You know we're not editing this, right? This is going right up.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He should know, but he doesn't.
Yeah. I forget sometimes.
This is going up today.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes. Immediately.
The most unedited of unedited. Well,
this idea is just straight up bad. That algorithm is busted. It's among the worst ideas I've ever heard. Top 5 easily.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Kinda broke to see y'all, so all I got is 5.
All right, welcome to Cinephobe Top 5. This is the podcast where we go through the canon of Cinephobe, the top 10 TV film review podcasts in the nation, and discover categories to rank things on. We call them our CT5s. We've had all sorts of CT5s throughout the years, including things like Sean Astin digging a pool, murder weapons, and very recently we had most respectful villains. Well, of course, to every yin there's a yang. On the side of the coin, for every respectful villain there is a disrespectful hero. So that's what we're doing today, guys. We are ranking our CT5 most disrespectful heroes. As always, we have 2 outside looking ins and then our top 5s. Our order today will be Zach first. I'll go second. Mayes will bring up the rear. Zach, Who is your first outside looking in?
First outside looking in. Is it 20 CB to be like, well, make yourself at home in a sarcastic way? Is that 20 CB?
It is.
It feels like it's 20 CB.
I think it is a little bit. Yes.
Well, that's good because this movie's 20 CB. This motherfucker made himself very comfortable, overly comfortable, was an absolute menace throughout. I don't think it's his fault because he was also a fish out of water. It's Linkovich Chimovsky and Encino Man.
You found
wildly disrespectful.
Yeah. I can't agree with that.
He's out there grabbing bazungas.
But he doesn't that's not disrespectful from his culture.
That doesn't matter.
He has to
That's
learn
disrespectful.
about
You got to learn. You got to acclimate. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like, we open this thing by arguing like what's a hero. We should argue what's respectful because to me,
you are never going to be on the same page as the two of us on
Amin's
that.
barometer of respect.
Yeah, that we can't. That's a whole other bond.
The hallmark of disrespect is that you knew better and you decided, nope, don't care, gonna do it this way anyway. As opposed to ignorance. Ignorance is not disrespect. It's to say maybe he's your CT5 ignorant heroes.
So
but I can't.
In your mind, a man from Alabama, 1940s, frozen, gets thawed out in 2024, starts saying all kinds of crazy shit. He's respectful.
Because this is what I would say. I would say there were a lot of men in the 1940s from Alabama who did not participate in those things. So I would say
this one did.
This guy, okay, he wasn't ignorant though. That's my point. He wasn't ignorant.
But so he's respectful.
No, he's not. He's disrespectful.
Well, that's just the way. That's the way the times were. That's the way the times were. 1840.
That was yeah. That's.
What's your OLI? Name two.
All right, my first OLI. Okay, this is a clear case of disrespect. When you think you're smarter than everyone else, when you talk down to everybody, when you are not gracious in defeat, and when victory comes, rather than be gracious at victory, you do a victory lap, including telling Matt Lauer to suck it. It's Dr. Rick Marshall from Land of the Lost. Disrespectful ass.
He became disrespectful because he wasn't at first, right?
No,
he was disrespectful to everybody.
He's disrespectful off the rip. Oh my God.
To everybody.
To the lady scientist.
Choco Fall? What? Taco. I thought you said taco at first. So I was going to make a Taco Fall joke.
Yeah, his ego is out of control. I'm with you. He's not respectful.
He introduces himself as Dr. Rick Marshall. Can you say doctor? Come on, man. That guy's not respectful.
He's not a real doctor.
Wildly disrespectful to the T-Rex. Calls him stupid all the fucking time. And the T-Rex gives him something to think about. Shows him the size of a walnut in his world where he comes from. Well, Zach, I got to admit, when you started describing young Linkovich, I have a very similar OLI. He's also a fish out of water. He also doesn't understand the world that he's staying in. He also takes advantage of courtesy and welcoming people into his home. It's Shep Ramsey from Suburban Commando.
I thought about that. That one for sure. Yeah.
I don't think Shep is being disrespectful. He just doesn't know any better.
He is okay. He should have learned because it's not like he's from the Stone Age. He's theoretically from a more advanced civilization. All he does is stomp around town, wreck shit. Blow up melons.
Hold on.
Shit on mimes.
Can you stomp around town if that music is playing? I don't think that's stomping music.
That's walking around town.
That's walking around town music.
It's walking, but there's no lightness in his steps. True. He's a very heavy-footed man.
I think the music adds some lightness to the steps.
The music is trying to make it respectful, but it can't overcome his complete disrespect.
Doesn't he like throw a cat in the air or something like that? I can't remember what he does.
He gets in fights. He launches a cat. He fights with a mime. He disturbs an old lady.
He fights with mime several times, right?
Remember Mime Month?
Yeah.
From the Wikipedia, it said his little knowledge of Earth's customs and his temper and sense of justice cause problems with everyone he meets.
So he's got a bad temper. Who among us?
Who among us? Yes.
I don't know. That's
Who,
Chef's ally that he's looking
respectful
for.
among us has a bad temper?
I think you guys are really missing the ball on.
He's OLI. He's not number one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Zach,
Just like my next OLI. I don't necessarily blame him for being the way he is, because I believe that his environment, everything around him, the way that he is treated, I think this has turned him disrespectful, but it doesn't change the fact that he's disrespectful, even to the point when he's checking in with his wife. She says, "I miss you." He says, "Yeah, I'm horny too, baby." It's Louis Pinnock.
Oh, wow.
White man's burden.
Hey, in order to get respect, you got to give respect. He's not giving any respect.
He's not giving a whole lot of respect. Now he just wants a fair shake. He just wants to be the foreman, or at least keep his fucking job, man.
Yeah.
But he's wildly disrespectful. So rude to the mom.
How?
To his wife's mom?
To his wife's mom.
Yeah.
I thought you meant.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Rude to his boss.
Deadbeat.
Yeah. Looking in windows, that's not disrespectful.
You mean, what are you going to do? The window's open. You look good.
All them years at the factory, all that time I put in, and I'm the fucking delivery boy.
See, not even happy. Just disrespectful with the opportunities given.
So that opens the door for a conversation I'm about to have with another pick that I have later, which is being ungrateful the same as being disrespectful. Put a pin in that one. Put a pin in that one. That's my number 5.
Great
I still
question.
have my other outside looking in. My other outside looking in is, I think whenever you're being deceitful on purpose, you're being disrespectful. I think whenever you're a culture vulture, you're being disrespectful. And I think anytime, anybody white uses the N-word, that is incredibly disrespectful. It's Seagal and Half Past Dead. Hit it.
Sasha Pavlovich.
hit the sounder.
He did.
I love necklace, all right?
Oh.
Yep. That's disrespectful. Like, he did that on purpose several times.
I did think about him quite a bit. I mean,
he also.
I haven't stopped thinking about him. Are you kidding me?
By the way,
no, I meant for this list in particular.
Remember when they were in the prison intake at New Alcatraz, and the one guard gets a little rough with him, and he says, "I don't like men." I think that's very disrespectful.
Homophobia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's tough because everyone he deals with is also disrespectful.
Sure, but
Half Past Dead is a pretty disrespectful movie.
They're not asked to be heroes, though.
That's right. He is our hero.
And also, to be clear, I don't think Morris Chestnut was disrespectful.
What?
Are you kidding me?
What?
He wasn't. He's a sociopath.
Do you watch the fucking news? What are you talking about?
You don't have him on your respectful villains.
Well, I mean, I just thought there were more respectful villains.
Wouldn't he be higher up on that list for you?
I don't think the absence of disrespect is respect. I think the absence of disrespect is just some kind of quasi zone in the middle.
He's
also
wildly disrespectful. What are you talking about?
What did he say? What did he do?
The entire fucking movie, he's disrespectful.
When he goes after the judge and tells her she doesn't have kids.
That's
look, you're barren ass. We don't know that. We don't know she's barren.
We know by her reactions.
He didn't know that. He didn't know that.
He knew it. He's a genius. He's a sociopathic genius.
Self-proclaimed sociopath is respectful.
Just because he picked the right card out of the deck doesn't mean he's a magician, okay?
Look, man, it's pretty magical to me.
Look, man.
Mace, your other outside looking in.
My other outside looking in. Okay, he's a mentor, and he tells his protege that he's not respecting the game. Okay, he's not in it for the right reasons. He's a sellout. He's obsessed with fame and fortune. Meanwhile, he's working with terrorists for, you guessed it, 5 million euros. It's Obake Fix.
Oh, wow.
Future sport.
Wow.
Wildly disrespectful hero.
See, I immediately went to Dean Cain when I thought about that movie.
And he's kind of disrespectful, but Obake is talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Now,
he doesn't give a ding-dong diddly about what flag flies over Hawaii.
Combination.
Combination.
Not him.
Zach, we're in our top 5 now. What's your
number 5? I think if you are, even if you have a lot on your plate, even if you are tasked with saving the world, tasked with making sure everything's safe, you still have to, no matter how busy you are, one, you gotta be respectful to the one you love. You gotta be respectful to your friends, to your coworkers. You gotta get off these goddamn devices and pay attention. And you gotta not try to tank your own wedding constantly. It's Mr. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Definitely on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, that's a good
This motherfucker's wildly disrespectful.
Yeah.
Wildly. For a minute, I thought he was going to be my number 1.
Believe it or not, there's another character from that movie that I also have.
Really?
But it's on the cutting room floor, though. I couldn't justify.
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm on the cutting room floor?
Not him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not him. Not Johnny either. My number 5. All right, remember the conversation that we had about is being ungrateful tantamount to disrespect?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is being ungrateful to every single person in your life who's trying to help you, does that make you disrespectful?
I think it does.
Does wild emotional mood swings make you, emotional outbursts make you disrespectful?
I think it does.
Does unprovoked violence make you disrespectful?
I think it does.
Then I'm sorry. Number 5 is Nomi Malone and Showgirls.
On my list. On my list. On my list. On my list. Real difficult to keep off.
Old girl picked her up on the side of the highway, gave her a home to live in, and she went off the handle on her. I'm like, yo.
Immediately started acting like a bitch.
Like a broad.
No, she was acting like a bitch. She was being wildly disrespectful.
Now you're being a disrespectful something.
You're
not a hero. You're not being a hero. Well, so was goddamn my man Morris Chestnut in Half Past Dead. He was being accurate, but all of a sudden you guys want to have all sorts of separate rules and stuff, almost like a separate system called separate but equal, but not quite.
What am I, Ian with alcohol? I'm not segregating here.
I said everybody at Half Past Dead is disrespectful. I didn't separate anybody. They're all on New Alcatraz together.
You don't see color, huh? All lives matter. You just all lives matter, that one.
Number 5 for me. This fucking guy. It's, I guess, with the best intentions that he starts down this path. And he doesn't think that it'll get out of as out of control as it does. But by the end of it, he's exploiting and defrauding 300 people as a byproduct of lying to his parents. It's Bartleby Gaines from Accepted.
Oh, yeah. Wrote him down as well.
Disrespectful.
I wrote him down, and I could not remember if we put him on the villains list. And so I decided
I don't think we did.
I don't have
even to his best friend Daryl Hance Holloway, like just not respectful at all.
Disrespectful to Daryl Hance Holloway. Disrespectful to Jonah Hill. Keeps dragging him in, making him do shit, making him set up the bank account, making him find all
he wanted to do was bang a girl that looks like Carly Simon.
Making him a co-conspirator into massive amounts of fraud.
The whole time, Jonah Hill is
how
like,
did he not go to jail?
This is
How did he not go to jail?
This is a RICO charge.
Like, 100%.
He didn't go to
just
jail.
People in state were paying tuition to go there? No.
Because he made an inspiring speech about how everybody should be able to study whatever they want.
That's a great
thing. That got him out of fraud at the end.
Which, by the way, Arizona State offers a degree. It's called Bachelor's of Interdisciplinary Studies, and you just pick classes from every.
Applied to Arizona State, Bartleby, the slacker.
Definitely would have got in 100%. Honor roll.
My number 4, Amin, when you were just describing your latest pick about being unhinged and flying off the handle and random acts of violence and everything, I thought we were about the same note to this. And I kind of think he's not the hero the more I think about this movie, and I've watched it a lot. But he is definitely disrespectful. He disrespects his mom, his brother, his new friend, his new school, his new teacher, his new mentor, his new counterpart. Also responsible for his dad dying. It's Jake Tyler and Never Back Down.
Yeah. Probably the second name I wrote. on the list, and then you just got edged out by everything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
So okay,
He's
I was wondering.
crazy disrespectful.
I was wondering if this was going to happen because it didn't happen for me. But now what we have here is Never Back Down is now a disrespectful hero versus a respectful villain for Zach.
Absolutely.
It's a clash.
Absolutely.
of
Ryan
respect.
McCarthy. Yeah.
For number one, I've got that coming later on my list. Number two, Zach, I won't lie. I thought you would fight tooth and nail against the assertion that the main dude from Never Back Down was disrespectful. I really, because I had it on the list and I'm like, I don't want to deal with the argument from Zach. He's like, he's very respectful. Like,
no, not at all. Ryan McCarthy's the hero to me, but if we're going by what the movie is portraying, then he's the villain, but wildly respectful.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jake Tyler disobeys almost everything that the gentleman from Amistad tells him to do.
Why is he almost unhoused? Why is he borderline unhoused when you describe him?
Well, he was the gentleman from Amistad long before the unhoused gentleman came into our life.
He was living in a gym.
I mean, he is unhoused. Yeah, now that I think about it, it does kind of all flow. Oh man, this is a tough one.
What? What's happening?
All right, I gotta go. I wanted to go in a different direction, but I've decided I can't. This hero, you could say he's racist, or at least very, very ethnically prejudiced. Definitely incredibly violent for no reason, like inflicts violence when violence is not called upon. And yeah, I'm going to say it, sexual assaulter, because it does not matter if the victim felt pleasure. It was unsolicited and unwarranted, and yet he delivered anyway, time and time again. This place of business, no less. It's Zohan.
Wow.
Whoa.
Disrespectful.
Wow.
Disrespectful hero.
Disco bad?
Yo, these old ladies came to get their hair done. They did not come to get banged
they did.
out.
It sounds like they did.
Eventually, they start coming to get banged for sure.
But the
early Zohan, yeah.
And it's not, and he never repents for it. He just falls in love and decides like, okay, I'm a one woman man now. But even then, the way he talks to her is disrespectful. She has to put him in his place, right?
Wow.
And then let's not even talk about how he talks about, Palestinians and stuff, man. That's guy. Very like
supercharged. Huh?
I'm just saying
these times.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I had Phantom as a respectful villain. So there you go.
Wow. Yeah.
No,
he's wild. Yeah. He is wildly disrespectful about everything. Literally everything.
Yep. Yeah. He calls people gay again. Homophobia, rampant homophobia in there.
Yeah.
All right, Zohan.
Bangs
for you, dude.
Swartzen's mom, your friend, the guy that befriended you, brought you into his house, you bang his mom out.
I hadn't really known each other that long.
I mean, still though, that's not hardly how you.
Wow. Into her house, just thanking her for.
All right, my number 4.
Drank all the fizzy bubbler.
This person. This person has achieved a tremendous level of success despite not really doing anything. Is actually pretty bad at his job in the movie in question. Highly misogynistic. Disrespects one of the people that works for him in a way that is totally uncalled for. Spends all his time partying, trying to sell shoes, soaking up endorsement deals, gets shit-faced, shows up to a game in the third period. It's Gordon Bombay from D2 the Mighty Ducks.
Wow.
Wow.
I wanted to have him higher, but in the grand scheme of things, 1, he's not that much of a hero. And 2, his level of disrespect can mostly be chalked up to like ego,
alcoholism, and
selfishness. As opposed to the other 3 people on my list who get way more disrespect. They're way more disrespectful.
I don't think there's anyone. I don't know, man.
I think there's one name on everybody's list. There's gotta be, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
Zach,
we'll see. We'll see.
It's
Only
wildly respectful, so don't even try.
Only 9 left.
It was a little too early for my number 3 to same note to him. But, I mean, the way he says Nicholas is just unacceptable and wildly disrespectful. It's Steven Seagal in Half Past Dead. Literally just for that. I didn't even consider the rest of the movie. He looks at Ja Rule, his friend, and says that dead in his eyes.
While wearing a do-rag.
Play the sound again.
Nicholas, all right?
I mentioned it. I mentioned it in my write-up of him, like saying that culture vulture, but like him wearing a do-rag throughout the entirety of his prison stay.
It is New Alcatraz, though. That's the one thing where
super disrespectful.
Well, we don't know in New Alcatraz.
The other thing about him,
might be part of the uniform.
His fighting style is incredibly disrespectful. He does not respect his opponents.
No, not at all. Not at all.
The one hand on his own shoulder thing.
That's
so lazy. So fucking lazy.
He's like holding. I don't want him flopping.
He has no respect for the art of combat.
No.
Yeah. Didn't make my list, but yeah, I thought about him for sure.
Wow.
I thought about him.
Number 3 for me. He's undoubtedly the hero. I believe we even talked about it in one of the episodes. I can't remember which CT5, but we talked about this. They're like, yeah, no, he's a hero. He is said perhaps the most racist thing in the history of Cinephobe, and that's a pretty long history, including a slur that we discovered, have not heard anywhere else, and still make us skittish around punctuation. It's Keanu Reeves in Street Kings.
It's not the hero.
Mayes, you're number 3.
My number 3, it's debatable whether he's a hero, but not to him. He thinks he's the hero. He has unhinged, delusional self-importance. He is the hero of his own story.
Don't say it. I know
he acts like he has way more authority than he does. And weirdly enough, when you were describing Zohan, I thought maybe you were talking about my man here, but no, it's Ronnie Barnhart Mallcop from Observe and Report.
Definitely not a hero.
Mm-hmm.
He's sexually assaulted.
He's a hero.
He's sexually he raped a woman.
That would be disrespectful, yeah.
That's extremely disrespectful. The most disrespectful you can be.
And still be a hero after that?
I didn't say he's a hero.
I'm saying he thinks he's a hero. I don't think it's real. Like he's in a position of authority. I thought about throwing Paul Blart in here as well and just saying mall cops, but no, Ronnie's clearly worse. He's a bad hero. He's tough with everybody. He's tough to customers of the mall that he thinks he's saving. He shoots a fucking streaker.
He's disrespectful to old girl that works at the ice cream place.
Ice cream?
Bagel place?
The bagel place.
Cinnamon
whatever.
bun?
Yeah.
Cinnamon bun.
Yeah.
I mean, he's disrespectful to her unintentionally, and then she ends up dating him. So, I mean, it's really a flawed storyline.
Blaming the victim.
Yeah, you know what Mystery Lion calls that?
Oh.
What's that? Nicholas?
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Play it.
I love Nicholas, all right?
Jesus, the soundboard's the most disrespectful hero.
Zach, number 2, you're in the top 2 now.
This is 8 years in the making, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, this is 8 years in the making.
What does that mean?
Back then, 8 years ago, I tracked it. I tracked how many times this person was disrespectful. And sure, you can say that he's trying to find the killer of his ex-wife. You can say he's trying to protect his daughter. But Brian Mills in Taken 3 commits 33 crimes. including driving a car into the plane that his daughter is on in an attempt to save her. Wildly disrespectful. I don't care how many pandas he buys. Wildly disrespectful.
Okay, yeah. I didn't really think of... but not in Taken 2.
Taken 2 is fine.
Taken 2 is fine.
Taken 2, his daughter is up there.
That's
on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
On the cutting room floor. Number 2 for me. Look, this guy's undoubtedly a hero. A very good dude, I think. Means well. Tries to help people, but incredibly disrespectful, including to the people that he tries to help. Disrespectful, does not respect the boundaries of relationships, has substance abuse issues, has physically assaulted people who were entrusted to him for him to kind of help raise and mold. And if you said all those things are like, oh, those are the, it's just the dues or whatever you got to pay. How about you're supposed to be coaching and teaching these young men to play basketball, and you tell them that they make you not want to ever watch basketball again? It's Coach Pete Bell from Blue Chips. Disrespectful. He's a hero. He is a hero 1,000 times over.
How is he disrespectful?
But he's so damn disrespectful, man.
Wow.
They sucked.
That doesn't mean you say, hold on. Let me pull up the exact quote.
The worst team I ever coached.
No, that's not fun. No, it's not that. It's a I'm so depressed. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm through fighting you sons of bitches. You're the dumbest team I've ever coached.
Accurate.
The only joy I have right now is I only have to watch you guys play 2 more games.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how sick of basketball I am right now. If I never see another game in my life, that's just fine by me.
This was a pregame speech, by the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We thought it was halftime. I thought it was halftime.
No, it's pregame.
Yeah, I thought about him. I mean, that's highly disrespectful, that speech. He's disrespectful to Ed O'Neill, the journalist. Like he's
if I allege
you know how these journals are.
I know.
That doesn't mean you sleep with sheep.
But then he is also respectful in that he tries to recruit the right way until he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, first of all, we've established that that's not disrespectful at all to pay kids to play. That's the opposite. Happy was the respectful hero or respectful villain of Blue Chips. He actually did things respectfully. It was disrespectful.
But that's his job. Pete Bell's job is not to recruit illegally. That's the booster's job.
I'm just saying, just because it's your job doesn't mean it's not disrespectful. The system is disrespectful. And
he is disrespectful as hell to his ex-wife. I would say it's like it's a bunch. He's disrespectful in a lot of ways. He's also respectful in a lot of ways, but those respectful ways that he has usually don't help him out.
You know what? I'm actually with Amin because I just remembered he kept Bob Cousy around. Well, that's disrespectful to the game of basketball.
Sure. There you go.
And horse racing.
I'll take it. Always.
All right, my number 2.
Fraud.
My number 2.
CT5 frauds.
Blazes a trail of disrespect.
Did you say glazes a trail of disrespect?
Blazes a trail of disrespect.
Like, what movie was this?
Chaos. And really bad stuff all the way through. Makes her date disappear, turns her brother into a dog, uses a voodoo doll to make her teacher take his clothes off at school, casts a love spell on her crush, ditches her friend when she becomes popular, and then makes the lead in the school play literally break a leg. It's Teen Witch from Teen Witch. She doesn't use her powers for good in any way. Everything she does is disrespectful.
She's learning. She's learning.
Dude, by the end,
5 minutes ago.
Okay.
She's a teenager, dude. They got hormones and stuff going on, man. Like, you gotta cut her some slack.
I will not.
I don't like Amin taking her side. I don't know why it makes me uncomfortable.
With great power comes great responsibility or some shit. I don't know. And she doesn't have responsibility. She's disrespectful with her powers.
That saying is not profound.
No, and I wanted to do the remix from Madam Web, but it's so dumb that I can't even remember what it is.
It's a good one.
With great responsibility, there comes a. Well, yeah, I mean, you got a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, powers, responsibility, blah blah blah, something.
It's like when you have power, when you're powerful, you've got to be responsible.
Right.
I think it was something like that.
And then someone yelled remix. All right, my number one. I cannot believe, Mayes, that you think Teen Witch is more disrespectful than a man whose only goal is to get a Reykjavik rim job while he's supposed to be coaching kids and he's drunk off his ass. You had it wrong. Number one is Gordon Bombay. You kidding me?
Reykjavik rim job. That's a new one for me.
They say go be our Pat Riley, and he just gets drunk and starts jacking in front of Icelandic women left and right.
In Malibu.
In Malibu. He doesn't even stay near those kids.
The kids stay in downtown LA.
He doesn't show up to practice.
Skid Row.
He shows up to a game in the third period. Wildly disrespectful.
Doesn't scout other teams.
He doesn't do shit.
Doesn't take Iceland seriously.
No.
When they're playing 3-bar, he's taunting Wolf the Dennis Danson.
One of his things was, hey, kid from Texas, go lasso everybody. That'll teach you how to hockey.
Yep.
He's disrespectful to the game, to the team, to women,
to
Los Angeles geography.
Remember when he goes off on the kids?
Oh my God. He shits all over them.
Yeah.
Gordon Bombay is the most disrespectful
pretty
hero
disrespectful
in Cinephobe history.
Zach, he is very disrespectful. I'm not going to deny you that. I left him off my list because I knew it would be accounted for. So that's why he's not on my list. Having said that, there is something more disrespectful. I would say probably the most disrespectful thing you can do or say, at least in these United States of America. Because we literally created the hashtag for this topic. Hashtag never forget. And somehow this fuck Nick Cage has to Google what happened on 9/11/2001. The most disrespectful hero we've ever had.
You don't even know what movie this is from. Oh, okay.
Knowing. It's from Knowing. Come on. I will never forget that. I can't tell you. There's two things I remember from Knowing. Number one, the plane, we argued about whether it was CGI or not.
One of the greatest scenes in movie history.
And number two, Nick Cage having to Google what 9/11 is. I am still enraged.
And you know what he did? You know what he did? You know what he did by doing that?
What?
He made sure you never forget.
No.
So if anything, it's the most patriotic thing he can do in remembrance of that tragedy.
No. It's disrespectful. The dude, 6 years after 9/11, completely forgot what happened on 9/11.
He didn't forget. He just got a lot of numbers in his head. He's got some little bingo child just etching numbers into a wooden table left and right.
As I've said many times before, anytime my phone, I look at my phone, it says it's 9:11 a.m. The first thing I think of was 9/11.
He has to worry about deer attacks, bucks attacking his home while it's on fire.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Thanasis.
All right. Well, that's great. Those are great lists, guys. But
he's been drinking too, by the way.
No one's mentioned the most disrespectful character in Cinephobe history, the most disrespectful hero. Pampered rich kid, all right? He wants to go to Harvard, but his dad doesn't want to pay for it. So what does he do? He uses tanning pills to pretend to be black and steal a scholarship for African Americans. Okay, that's not great.
Because
he was cutting to the floor.
Because I'm an ally, I've always considered him a villain. Amin.
That's nice
My
talk
man.
from the man who picked the movie. And then to make matters worse, okay, he's already stolen the scholarship. That's not great. He starts dating the woman that he stole the scholarship from, who is a single mother who has to work his way through her way through college.
With what's her guy's name? What's the kid's name?
Oh, Fudge Pockets.
Oh, no, not Pockets. Leonard.
Mark Watson, Soulman. The disrespect is off the charts, buddy.
Yeah, I guess I just considered him a villain, but yeah, the movie does try to make him a hero.
The movie's about him learning of how tough racism is.
Wasn't Leslie Nielsen the dad of the white girlfriend?
Boy, is he. Yes.
Of Jan from The Office.
Yeah.
That's a rewatching thing we need to do.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I'm good.
Actually, I'm in.
That was quick. That was a quick
I think we're gonna
pace.
get like 200 people on that one. I think
CT.
we're gonna get a
Oh,
lot.
Recap before we go to the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Zach, Linkovich Chomovsky, Louis Pinnock, Mr. Fantastic, Jake Tyler from Never Back Down, Sasha Petrovich from Half Past Dead, Brian Mills from Taken 3, and Gordon Bombay from D2 the Mighty Ducks. I mean, had Dr. Rick Marshall from Land of the Lost, Sasha Petrovich from Half Past Dead, Nomi Malone from Showgirls, Zohan, you don't mess with them, Keanu Reeves from Street Kings, Coach Pete Bell from Blue Chips, and Nick Cage from Knowing. I had Shep Ramsey from Suburban Commando, Obake Fix, Bartleby Gaines from Accepted, Gordon Bombay, Ronnie Barnhart Mall Cop, Teen Witch, and Mark Watson from Soulman.
All right, cutting room floor.
I mean, I remember we need to rewatch the movie. Maze won't let us. But I remember him being wildly disrespectful. It's Kangaroo Jack.
I don't remember.
This motherfucker was a dick.
I don't remember.
He was a dick.
I'll take your word for it. This guy comes up on so many CT5 lists. He was on, and I actually replaced him with Zohan because I was just like, I can't keep coming back to this well.
That's what this was?
Eddie Cantro. Yep, Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the next one I had on my list. Next one I had written down. Yeah.
Refuses to admit he's a fucking liar when he lies all the time. It's the honest thief himself.
Whoa!
He didn't lie. He didn't.
Yeah, he just didn't tell her.
He robs banks even though he doesn't need the money.
to
Never.
because of the system.
Yeah, so he's disrespecting the system even though he doesn't need
attacking
it, and then
a
he gives
bad
it
system.
back. He wants to give it back.
Super
For
respectful.
pussy? For pussy. A lot of pussy.
Don't do that. The good JCVD in Double Impact. Not the
Why was he
run around trying to bang this blonde girl the whole time.
No, he didn't bang her. That was
He
just
knows. He knows what he's doing.
that was just a fantasy or nightmare his brother had.
With every fantasy, there's a little bit
The
of
brother
truth.
was way more disrespectful than
He's not a hero. I don't think he's a hero.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he
that's the
kinda
line
is.
on there. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Zach. I told you that there was someone else in the Fantastic Four that was disrespectful hero. It's Silver Surfer. I know it takes him a while to become the hero, but he was trying to bang Sue Storm, which
Well, Mr. Fantastic wasn't going to commit.
ladies and gentlemen, I urge you. I know we don't clip here, so go to the Fantastic Four episode and listen to the part where Zach is describing the conversation Silver Surfer and Sue Storm. It's one of my favorite Cinephobe scenes ever.
Well, speaking of disrespectful superheroes, Madam Web herself, Cassandra Webb.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
So disrespectful.
For sure, yeah.
Hates her
worst
mom,
part of the
disrespectful to these teenagers that she kidnaps. She ruins that baby shower. She gets bailed out by Pepsi Cola. I mean, come on.
She's disrespectful as fuck. Like, definitely on the list.
Kurt Russell, Tango and Cash. He's going after the sister.
Dude, I was trying to decide which one, and I couldn't
it's Kurt
decide.
Russell. Once you go for the sister, and he knew what he was doing as well.
The whole time when they're walking into prison, just going back and forth, talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Vince Vaughn in The Breakup.
Wow.
While he is absolutely the hero of the movie, he is very disrespectful.
I mean, absolutely the hero of the movie.
He's
Well, he
absolutely
made
the hero.
Who's the
Jennifer
villain?
Aniston the villain. He made her a respectful villain last time, which we disagreed with in that episode. Go back to it.
Well,
yeah. Well, not all of us did, apparently.
Vince Vaughn always never presented himself as anything but what he was. She's the one that changed.
This was, I think, the most interesting person on my list, and I wanted to try to make room for him, but I just couldn't do it. One of the biggest heroes we have, but extremely disrespectful, Apollo Creed, with the whole "Living in America" song and dance, all the taunting and the dancing.
Showmanship, man. It's supposed to be an exhibition.
The press conference, Zach. The press conference was wild.
He's having fun, man. He's selling the fight.
Zach, the man's tongue didn't make it through customs. Like, he was going hard, man. He look, he's a hero, but he's a disrespectful hero.
No. He didn't even call out Paulie for the robot he's fucking.
Thrown off guard. He
was still blown away by that. He was stunned. He couldn't say anything.
This guy's a real Woody Woodpecker ass hero. It's Johnny B. Good from Johnny B. Good. Just a real smart ass, disrespectful piece of shit, but still the hero.
He disrespects the game of football.
Is Woody Woodpecker the most disrespectful hero in all
100%. Maybe Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny
pretty disrespectful. Yeah. This character saves the day. Literally, when everything's going wrong, pops out of a trash can with 2 guns and shoots the bad guys and saves the day, but she's disrespectful throughout the whole movie. It's Grandma from Don't Be a Menace.
When you said that, I was like, I think you're thinking of Dead Presidents, and then there we go.
Edward Malis from Wicker Man, punching women, parading women.
I thought for sure he was going to be top 5.
No, I thought about it. I mean, I've already got him as a bad cop. He's a worse cop than he is disrespectful hero.
Yeah, he's a bad cop. He's a bad cop, but he's respectful. Bobby Rayburn, the fan. Disrespects the fans, the game, everything, man. He's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Had him there. Let's see. We mentioned Fox and Law Abiding Citizen. We said we didn't know whether you could even call him a hero. Mentioned that one. Oh, here's a good one. The Problem Child.
Not a hero.
Not a hero.
Not a hero.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Not a hero.
Okay. All right, because John Gotti was right next to him on my list.
Sorry,
As
Maze,
is this name.
Maze, I don't mean to fuck that kid.
As is this name. Moose?
No, he doesn't. No. He doesn't. What are you doing?
Okay.
Also, I feel like he is trying to be respectful.
All right. In that case, then let me go with Hercules.
Hercules is a fish out of water.
Oh my God.
Needs to be taught how to talk to a dame in abroad. Clearly,
he never learned.
And he's a god, right? No. Isn't he part god? Like he should know better.
He's a demigod, yeah.
He never learns. Like throughout the entirety of the movie, until he goes back to Olympus, he's still disrespectful the whole way through.
Tim Dingman from Envy, Ben Stiller's character.
Yeah, got him.
His Envy. He shoots Corky. He conspires with the J-Man.
Silas and Jamal.
Silas and Jamal.
How high?
I picked Redman's character specifically as a little bit more
because the president's
Method Man is like, because Method Man also is like, get him, and Redman just keeps going.
That's true. And Method Man is doing something that could truly benefit mankind. Now he's doing it to get an A in Biology 101, but he's still.
It's the only way you can get an A.
He respects academia.
He does. Yes.
He's trying to achieve.
I've got the entire protagonist cast of Now You See Me Too. They're all disrespectful folks. Woody Harrelson. Goddamn.
Not heroes.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Not really heroes, but yeah, they're disrespectful. Larry the Cable Guy, Delta Force.
No.
He thinks Mexico is Fallujah.
No. He didn't know. He literally thought they were in Iraq, man. He didn't know. They fell asleep. They woke up. How are they supposed to know?
No.
He disrespects the armed forces. Okay. He disrespected the country of Mexico.
Disrespected comedy.
He brought Mexico and U.S. together. They figured it out.
I don't think that's how that happened.
How about Renato from Homie Spumoni?
Yeah.
He's saying a lot of disrespectful stuff.
I mean, speaking of doesn't know better.
Yeah.
It's how he was raised.
Yeah.
No, but he still lives in the world with, TV and internet and stuff. He could have known. Should have known.
Disrespectful of a true champion. Irish Terry Conklin.
Yeah.
Wildly disrespectful of Mr. Roper.
Yeah, I was thinking
He's not the hero.
Irish
Terry's not the hero.
He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be the hero.
No, James the Grim Reaper Roper is the hero. He's a disrespectful hero. He doesn't respect the Boulevard. Doesn't respect the fans.
What he's doing.
Is this an American Ninja situation?
What are you talking? You guys think Irish Terry Conklin is the hero of Great White?
That's how they portray him in the movie. Yes, I'm not saying he is one.
A bingo. He wants to end homelessness in the United States as well as America.
So he's uneducated. Doesn't mean he's
the butt of the joke.
Rudy Duncan from Reindeer Games impersonates his dead prison cellmate to have sex with Charlize Theron.
Kind of feel like he's. Oh yeah, that's right. Because
we find out a lot more later, but it starts off on a really bad note for him.
Zach, you said Liam Neeson in Taken 3 was a villain. In Taken 2, it's his daughter who's the disrespectful hero.
What's her name? Mills. Taken 2, but I couldn't remember her name, and I wasn't going to look it up.
Good old what's her name? Mills.
Speaking of Woody Woodpecker ass heroes, Peter Pan, Hook.
Yes.
Peter Pan's a piece of shit.
Yes, he is. He is. Disrespectful piece of shit. Jeremy Piven in The Goods.
I thought about it.
Yeah, they're all kind of the whole
Can a
crew
car
is
salesman
kind of
be a hero?
The whole crew, but like he's like supposed to be the star or whatever. So
yeah.
Well, Babs wants to, a child. So
Chandler Jarrell from The Golden Child.
Yeah, I had that one too.
Doesn't take anything seriously. Talks shit the entire movie.
Now maybe this is real life bleeding over into the movie, but Frank Dukes.
Whoa.
Yeah, that is. I'll give you another real life bleeding into the movie. Gary Oldman, not Gary Oldman's character in Tiptoes. Gary Oldman doing Tiptoes.
Yeah. There's no other way to. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought about the character.
Also a bad guy,
but
in real life,
yeah.
But Rolf has a tough life, man. He's allowed to be a little disrespectful to the world.
Rolf, okay. Gary Oldman,
not so much.
Yeah. What about when he's stuck on a couch? That's a tough life.
Disrespectful to the couch.
JD Vance.
Oh,
excuse me. Vice President elect JD Vance.
What? Oh yeah.
It's coming out
today.
That was fucked up. Liam Neeson in The Ice Road. He treats Gertie like shit the entire movie.
Yeah.
And
yeah. It's not his goddamn disability. It's his attitude.
Yeah.
John Creasy, Man on Fire.
Yeah.
It's not quite that, like, the way that he kills people is pretty disrespectful.
He's a drunk.
He goes above and beyond to inflict as much pain as he can.
This is 2 movies, same character. It's Batman. Batman's super disrespectful.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Robin's more disrespectful than Batman and Robin.
I should have had this in my top 5. I can't believe I forgot about this, but Tom Hanks in The Da Vinci Code.
How about Dan Brown?
Dan Brown.
Yeah.
Because Tom Hanks is just like an avatar for Dan Brown, right?
Yeah. The Super Troopers.
Oh.
I really wanted to put them in as a group.
Are hijinks disrespectful?
They're disrespectful to each other. Like,
but it's all in good fun.
Like no one takes it. Other than Farva. Farva's the only one who isn't in on
but he's not a hero. Farva's not a hero.
They're disrespectful to the law. You might say they betrayed the law.
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 Mike Lowry. Bad Boys 2.
On my list.
Yeah. See, once we got into like bad cops, I was like,
yeah,
we've kind of already hit this.
Yeah. I don't think he's a hero, but the movie certainly tries to portray him as a hero. Dude's a fucking stalker. It's Preston Myers.
Yeah. He's a villain.
Yeah, I agree. But the movie would have you believe that he's a hero.
The kid from Troll 2 who pisses all over hospitality. Look, there's a way to get your family to stop eating. That's not it.
Well, do they eat?
Well, I mean, no, I'm just saying that's not there's a respectful way to do it.
Raphael, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I can't tell them apart. I don't.
The
I
red
tried.
one.
I was
the
like,
red, the red
like,
bandana.
there you go. Okay, there you go. Aren't there two that wear red?
Orange.
Oh, all right. Franklin Hatchet, Money Talks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Like one continuous stream of disrespect the entire movie.
Yeah, the entire movie's disrespectful.
My list is done.
Oh, my last one. Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. I had Ryan Reynolds in every role.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds in every role. And then the last one I think I have here, let me just make sure. Oh, I got two left. Danny DeVito and Twins.
Yeah. Dangerous Nights Crew.
Yeah. And then finally, Matthew McConaughey Goes to Girlfriend's Past.
Thought about him as well. I'm going to go with Not a Hero.
Who's the hero?
There's no hero.
Mays, no offense. Photographers cannot be heroes.
Yeah, I'm very offended by that.
At Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Cornpuzzle, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Dings. Send us your CT5 list for most disrespectful heroes, or drop in that Discord by subscribing to the Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.